Tá tão gostoso essa toalha. Salve, rapaziada do canal do Brandinho, sejam bem-vindos. Vídeo novo começando pra vocês. E hoje, um dia muito... pigarrinha. Um dia muito importante. Chegou o reforço aqui em São Paulo e nós estamos indo buscar esse reforço. Você já sabe quem é, né? Já vai estar na casa, não precisa fazer... Não precisa ensinar nada. É isso aí, galera. O Flex chegou hoje, nós estamos indo buscar ele lá no aeroporto. Então, primeira coisa, tá? Primeira coisa para você. Lembre-se que no site da Max Titânio, nas compras acima de R$ 299,90, utilizando o cupom Brandão, você vai ganhar o ingresso da feira do Arnold Classic. E você vai concorrer a um iPhone 15 que eu tô fazendo esse sorteio. Só para quem comprar com o cupom Brandão. E um treino na Caverna do Brandão. E ainda está concorrendo a um outro treino lá no CT da Max Titânio. Então, mano, olha os benefícios do cupom Brandão. Você já viu algum cupom com tantos benefícios por aí? Não. Então, corre lá no site da Max Titânio, utilize o cupom Brandão, compras acima de R$ 299,90. Você vai estar concorrendo aí a tudo isso, fechou? Eu acabei de fazer aqui, ó, meu mingau de aveia com Top Whey 3W mais sabor, 4 scoopzinhos de brigadeiro, sensacional. Então é isso, galera, eu tô fazendo aqui meu cafezinho da manhã. O coach foi tomar banho, já tomou o café dele também. Daqui a pouco nós estamos indo lá para o aeroporto buscar o Flex que chegou aí e trouxe algumas novidades, hein? Tem bastante novidades chegando junto com o Flex, ô Lucas.
Bora lá então.
Você acredita?
Vamos descobrir que novidades são essas.
Então fechou. Vamos junto. Bom dia.
Bom dia.
Bom dia.
Sorry, I thought you told your phone. I didn't know if you were talking the phone. Bom dia.
Bom dia.
Bom dia, Lucas.
Say bom dia, princesa.
Bom dia, princesa.
Yeah.
Bom dia, princesa. What is that?
Means good morning, princess.
Ah, good morning. Bom dia, princesa.
Princesa.
Princesas. Yeah. When he was in Florida, he used to say, every morning he'd be on his Instagram live, "Hi guys, I'm outside doing cardio in the woods." It's like, the woods is like 10 trees. This isn't a fucking woods. It's like saying, "Hey guys, I'm in São Paulo and I'm doing cardio in the woods." It's like there's 3 trees.
There's 3 trees. Yeah.
No woods.
Se liga só, oportunidade para você fazer parte do Brandão Team. Vou deixar o link aqui na descrição, vem fazer parte do meu time. Temos aí uma equipe completa para te dar todo o apoio, fazer toda a estrutura de dieta, de treino em busca da sua evolução. Vem fazer parte do meu time.
Ele já tá aí, Rafa.
Chegou?
Chegou.
Já deve estar puto então.
Hey,
For 10 days.
welcome. Yeah, that's very
You
good.
don't run to me?
Welcome.
What is this? All on camera, bro. You don't even run to me or nothing. How you doing? Are you good?
Ah, very good.
Welcome to
What's this? What's this face?
Nazi face.
Coach?
What are you doing?
Why would you run in towards me and like,
They got back
oh,
here,
he's
they
got an
back here.
excuse.
Hang on.
I got an
Christ.
excuse too, I'm so
No,
tired.
he's tired, he's been thinking.
Yeah.
He's like Chicago, though.
No, because he's already, he's already got this ready.
Excuses. Finally here.
Finally here.
I know. Diva.
Welcome.
One suitcase is all yours.
2 suitcases.
Well, maybe Neil's, but
Oh yeah.
I am here. Beautiful flight. Beautiful country. Not so beautiful, but I make up for the beautifulness. It's good to be back in Brazil. Let's go.
How's the flight, bro?
It's great. Absolutely great. Yeah.
You had no delays, did you?
Huh?
No delays?
No, I haven't fucking seen you in a minute.
Well, I've probably seen you as long as I've seen you. Probably 12 weeks ago. No. 12 weeks ago.
All drugs is here?
Yeah, the ones you asked me for. Don't throw me under the bus. Just landed in Brazil, yes. Look a mess. And not as bad as this guy.
Welcome.
I cannot believe that you got up at 5 in the morning. This guy.
Bro,
Coach, yes. Coach up at 5, but not you. I cannot believe it.
bro, come on.
Come on,
I'm
what?
in prep. Yeah, you see?
This is a whole new guy.
Yeah.
That means there's going to be a whole new physique.
I was wake up 6 a.m. Waiting for you.
Down all that test now. No more 10 mil of test, right?
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
Welcome to Brazil, bro. Welcome. It's not a nice weather today, but there's nice people around.
Tell me when people arrive.
Man, tomorrow. after competition.
Oh shit.
So yeah, bro.
Great to be back.
Welcome to Brazil. Coach here, coach string like a beast.
See it.
Yeah.
See it. This guy's now gonna.
He's strong as fuck.
I know. He's gonna dust off the post
I
and
think
trunks
he
of
gonna-
Masters Olympia.
I think he's gonna kick your ass. in the gym.
Bro, anybody can kick my ass in the gym right now. But give me 1 week. And then I leave.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. So we are so happy to have you here. And a lot of things to do here in Brazil.
Are you dieting?
Yeah, but after diet.
Oh, okay.
Not for now, but just, plan everything.
I love it. What were you,
I am 2-3 pounds more than
Yeah. So
last
2 or
prep.
3 pounds up since the last stage, but he's definitely in better condition.
this time?
Yeah, he's better now.
Yeah.
Not a huge difference because he looked good, but he's got that just denser, drier look now. But his body is being like really super sensitive, so just got to be careful it doesn't run away.
Oh, metabolism wise?
Yeah, his body's just racing. He's so lean that his body's just racing and racing and racing. So we just gotta be just intuitive to make sure.
Yesterday
that,
I had 700 grams carbs, and today I woke up lighter.
3-4 pound lighter. Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, it's not a normal to upregulate after being on high carbs, but we haven't been on low carb. That's the thing,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no. Because I keep thinking, right, okay, tomorrow we'll do low carbs. I'll put you on 300, and then it's like, nah, man, I got to put 500, or we got to do 400. So
300 grams of carbs a high day
Bro,
for me, bro.
yeah, it's a lot of carbs, right?
For me, 300 is a high day.
This fucking
when I was
easy.
competing.
I would say, on average, for the whole 20 weeks, on an average, we honestly have been probably running 600 on average the whole time. I can always remember one Olympia. It may have been the Olympia that you won. It might have been the first Olympia win. Or it may have been the prep where you came second in Olympia.
Oh, to Kevin English.
But I remember us training in Sean's gym. I can remember us going into that kind of posing room. They were filming as well at the time, like what would have been like
I watched
the
this.
equivalent of Battle of Olympia.
I watched it 3 days ago.
Wow.
For the first time in years.
Okay.
I fucking know what you're talking
I
about.
remember, right? And I think that was your first Olympia win.
Yes.
And I can remember,
Yes.
like we were probably like 2 weeks out, and the look was good. And then I make some changes, and then all of a sudden your body like really fucking changed. And I remember us being in that posing room.
Yes.
And it was just like, what the fuck? It was very exciting. But before that had taken place on that day, I can remember us driving to that park and you walking around the park doing your cardio.
Oh my gosh.
And you had the worst fucking blisters.
Oh.
Like half. They were horrendous, mate.
Really?
In
Oh
between
my
my
god!
toes, on my heels,
I'm telling you, they were
on my toes.
absolutely horrendous, mate.
I battered
And I
myself.
can remember you walking around and me watching and shouting, like saying, "Come on, squeeze your glutes." I can remember that shit. I can remember, and I don't know why I wasn't doing cardio with you, because I think
Your
maybe
hip,
it
your
was
hip.
probably my hip was really
Yeah,
bad.
your
That's what it
hip,
would
I
be.
remember.
It would have been my hip,
Yeah.
because otherwise I would have been walking with you. But
This is it, though, coach.
okay, wow. God, that's crazy.
Yeah, this was, I think it was my first 212, I think it was. And
First
then-
212?
Yeah. Yeah, it was for flax mountain.
Yeah, I remember us doing that, man. And I can also remember, I don't know if it was Olympia prep, but I flew into Tennessee. It was to get Sean ready. I remember I broke my foot. I broke my foot and I broke my toes 24 hours before we flew. I flew in.
It's horrible.
And we had to do a leg workout. I remember us doing leg
Stories
workout. Oh man, I remember
Many
we
stories.
and I couldn't do. I could do extensions. I could do leg curls, but when I did I couldn't squat or anything. But when we leg pressed, I had to do high stance because of my toes were broken. I remember that.
Going back to that one video I just showed you. Okay. You came into Tennessee
Yeah.
and you were fucking pissed because you were like, something's not right. Can you remember this now?
Keep talking.
You were like, something's not right. You're either taking or doing something, and we had to put everything on the table. What I'm doing, eat it, taking, and you were like, okay, and we had to put it all back in one by one to see what was and what wasn't. And then you were like, fuck it, and then you battered me. We were doing 2-a-day training. We went to the park because you remember you were pushing me. It was like, my feet were so blistered because I was trying to get down into weight.
Oh.
And it just got worse and worse. And then when coach came in, I like doing cardio outside, so I'd go like 1 or 2 times a week to this park. It was like a national park, instead of walking around my neighborhood because I was so bored of walking my neighborhood, and I didn't have a cardio machine, so I was just walking like this around neighborhoods. So he came in, we went to this park, and I felt like I was back in rugby training because this guy was standing there, pick it up, squeeze it out, like from here to like
There.
fucking way up the street. He was like, pick it up, come on, like this fucking football coach, come on, like this shouting. And I'm like walking like this, and of course everybody was doing walking their dogs and stuff, and this guy standing on the path shouting, squeeze your glutes. There's fucking people walking their dogs, like what the hell is going on? Yeah, this guy shouting. Yeah, but when we got I remember when we got back to the house, and then he seen my feet, he was like, oh my god, fucking, you gotta sort this shit out, because I could have got sick.
Really bad, man.
Yeah, they were all in my toes, in between my toes, on my heels and my feet, on my toes, just from walking, trying to get down into weight. But nobody knows about these stories, and nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Right? Until you remember, you think back and remember these stuff. That's one of many stories. Every prep has been stories, right? Watch every prep. Mm-hmm. One time he came in, I had tweaked my back, and Dr. Nick told me it's going to take 2 weeks for me to get better again. And when he came in, he was like, I don't know, it's as bad as what it looks on the photos. And I, obviously Ali was trying to make sure I wasn't stressing out. And then, remember you came to my house in Parkland?
Yeah.
And then I went into the living room and he paused, and you could see, bro, like my left side of my body and my right side of my body was two different
Different bodies.
Yeah.
One looked like off season, one looked like
Seriously.
1 week out from the show. Shredded. And I got pictures and everything, but I tweaked my nerve.
Oh shit.
And I couldn't walk. Everything was problematic. So I'd get up in the morning, I was on my belly, I'd push myself out of bed, stand up. Ali would put my boxer shorts on, my socks, my shorts. I put a belt on, and as soon as I was standing up straight, I could walk. But as soon as I stayed still and sat down, I'm like... And then he came into town, and we had to train around all that stuff. Felipe Franco, we're working together, right? Yeah, so happy. I messaged him. I told him that he's going to see another level now. I told him the whole, you're going to... When you get praise, it's real praise. When you get told something you don't like, you need to listen.
Yeah.
Because this is not a fucking cheerleader. It's a real coach.
He's a real coach. He's a motherfucker coach.
But you have to.
Especially when come time to posing.
Yeah. But you have to though. I mean, what do you want? You want
Yeah,
somebody
yeah,
that
yeah.
tells you, hey, you look fantastic because, you know. You're
I
the
will
biggest
say this
girl.
to you, Half, right? The posing I've done with you
Nothing.
is nothing.
I don't know.
Is zero compared to what I put this poor cunt through.
You see?
Like, seriously.
You get it easy, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking golden boy. Oh man.
But now my posing is better than Arnold Classic, right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yes, it is.
My feet pose is better right now.
Yeah.
Just don't go back into old habits or so.
Yeah.
Have a good trip.
Yeah, amazing.
5 months.
I know. Look at this.
See, bro?
Yeah, where?
I know. I'm so
Where
happy.
is you?
You can feel the arms.
Feel the arms?
Yeah, the legs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, here.
Well, I'll grab it, bro. You know, I'll grab it. How are you feeling?
Fine.
You look great.
Yeah, thank you.
Great.
Until 3 months, I feel a lot of nausea and bad, but now I'm
Over
very good.
it.
Yeah.
Ali, I think Ali was feeling a little sick the first couple of weeks. if I
Yes.
remember. And then
And we take a lot of hormones too, so it's so hard.
it's very hard.
Yes, but now I'm very good.
Well, we take hormones, but the wrong type of hormones.
Yeah.
Different type of hormones.
He arrived at the same time that you.
I need to wait for this.
Yes.
Yeah.
How far away to you? With the plane?
Yeah, he came down.
Oh.
I'm shocked.
I'm thinking he's late.
He was late. Yeah, he's late.
Really?
Yeah.
1 hour to that. Onde você tem?
To the gym.
Calma, vamos comer primeiro, depois você vai.
Oh, let's go.
Você quer ver um bodybuilder feliz? Chegou! First day is a bodybuilding procedure.
First day back, Masters Olympia.
Edu, call you to Last Dance, you know?
Eduardo.
Did you see my reply back though?
Yeah, I saw.
I said,
What do you want?
hip hop,
Hip-hop, dance,
samba, you choose.
What do you want?
Last dance.
Ô, amor, eu vou pôr pra cá a carne das cachorras.
Tá.
I messaged him and I go, yeah, look bro, look at all these people now. Because Brazilian fans love it.
Love it. Brazilian fans love it.
Primeira missão concluída do dia.
Isso aí, galera. Primeira missão concluída. Vamos fazer a refeição aqui. O Flex vai descansar, vai tomar um banho. Depois a gente vai pra academia e vamos continuar o dia. Fechou?
Fechou.
Tamo junto.